We are taught to view time as a cruel linear chain. One moment leads predictably to the next, forcing us to wait patiently for future success, healing, or abundance. This traditional view of reality, however, is fundamentally flawed when examined through the lens of quantum mechanics and deep spiritual principles. If you believe your desired future is a distant destination, you are unknowingly creating a massive energetic resistance that slows its arrival. The truth is far more radical. The future you deeply crave is not ahead of you. It is a parallel reality existing right here, right now, in the endless sea of potential that physicists call the quantum field. This script is an elite manual for instant timeline acceleration. We are moving beyond simple positive thinking and delving into the mechanics of consciousness, emotional frequency, and identity shifting. We will explore how your deepest intentions have already formed an energetic blueprint, and why your present emotional state is the only bridge capable of collapsing the distance between your current reality and your highest timeline. Understanding this concept dissolves the necessity of waiting and replaces expectation with immediate knowing. To tap into this power, you must first master the art of presence, the pivot point where all potential timelines converge. By learning to anchor your emotional state in the frequency of your future self, you stop petitioning the universe for change and begin actively being the change you seek. This shift in identity is not a metaphor. It is a literal energetic transition that instantly pulls the resources, synchronicity, and physical manifestations of your desired life directly into your current experience. Before we dive into the specific protocols for accessing these parallel futures, take a moment to drop into the present moment with us. Tell us where you are watching from. What city or country currently holds your presence? Stay with us until the very end, because the final practical steps will give you the tools necessary to make this radical concept your instantaneous reality. The most profound realization of quantum physics is that reality is not fixed, it is probabilistic. At the deepest subatomic level, every possible outcome, every imaginable success, and every version of your life already exists in a state of superposition, a cloud of potential energy waiting to be observed. This means the version of you that is abundant, healed, fulfilled, and wildly successful is not a future projection, but a simultaneous reality pulsating just beyond the limits of your current sensory perception. Your highest timeline is not being built. It is already fully constructed and waiting for your conscious selection. This principle is the cornerstone of instantaneous manifestation. We are taught that time is linear, moving from point A to B, but in the quantum landscape, A, B, and Z exist simultaneously. Your consciousness acts as the observer, the ultimate collapse mechanism. When you intensely focus your attention and align your emotional signature with a specific future outcome, you are, in essence, tuning into the frequency of that timeline and instructing the universe to collapse the infinite waveform into that single lived experience. The moment you truly grasp that the successful future is already occurring, the energetic pressure to create it vanishes, replaced by the effortless joy of selection. The selection process is governed entirely by vibration, which is fueled by feeling. If you are vibrating in the frequency of lack, struggle, or doubt, your consciousness naturally locks onto the timelines corresponding to those emotional states, thereby sustaining your current reality, even if it is undesirable. Conversely, when you cultivate genuine joy, certainty, and profound gratitude for things you cannot yet see, you activate the resonant frequency of your highest potential. This high-frequency emotion acts like a key, unlocking the corresponding multidimensional door and instantly merging your present self with your future self's trajectory. The key to accessing these parallel realities is understanding that the universe only responds to coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are perfectly aligned, when you are thinking abundance, feeling abundance, and intending abundance, you become a powerful, coherent signal. This coherence allows you to bypass the noise of conflicting timelines. If this radical perspective is shifting how you view your own potential and the EO, nature of reality, then now is the time to commit fully to this knowledge. Please subscribe to our channel and join a community dedicated to mastering the art of instantaneous manifestation. Consider the implications of this. Every fear, every worry, and every perceived limitation is simply an anchor tying you to a lower frequency timeline that you are unconsciously choosing to inhabit. By shifting your emotional state, you are not merely coping with your current circumstances, you are actively detaching from one timeline and attaching to another. This is the true power of intentional living. It is timeline navigation, not wishful thinking. The selection process is relentless and ongoing, which is why momentary inspiration yields minimal results. Sustained, deeply felt emotional alignment is required to stabilize the connection to the desired timeline. Think of your consciousness as a radio receiver. You must hold the dial steady on the high-frequency station to hear the music clearly. A momentary wobble back into doubt will cause the high-frequency reality to fade, replaced by the static of uncertainty and lower-level possibilities. This instant shift is why profound life changes often feel sudden, even if they were preceded by years of personal work. The work itself wasn't creating the future. It was simply clearing the emotional and mental resistance necessary for the consciousness to finally select and stabilize the desired future timeline that was already present. The manifestation isn't the arrival, it is the recognition of what already is. The universe is always reflecting your dominant frequency. If you are observing lack, you are selecting the timeline where lack is the dominant theme. If you choose to observe gratitude and overflowing provision, regardless of your immediate physical evidence, you are instantly selecting the timeline where provision is the dominant theme. This choice is always available to you, proving that the future you want is not delayed. Your consciousness is simply focused elsewhere. Embrace the profound truth that your current reality is merely the ghost of an old, selected timeline. You are a multidimensional being operating in a field of infinite potential. Your job is not to build a future, but to identify the vibrational signature of the future you want and embody it now. The instant you achieve emotional resonance, the quantum field delivers the corresponding physical reality, often in ways that defy logical expectation and accelerate faster than you previously thought possible. Before any physical form can coalesce, a relationship, a bank balance, a business, it must first exist as a precise, detailed, energetic blueprint. Your intentions are not fleeting wishes, they are the initial architectural drawings of your future reality. When you hold a strong, clear intention supported by potent emotion, you are sending a highly charged signal into the zero-point field, initiating the formation of a subtle, non-physical structure, the energetic template of your future. This energetic template holds the exact vibrational signature, the complexity, and the detail of the physical outcome you seek. Every thought you entertain about this desired outcome contributes to the clarity and solidity of this blueprint. If your thoughts are fragmented, resistant, or contradictory, the blueprint remains fuzzy, resulting in confused or delayed manifestations. Conversely, a clear, resolute intention acts as a magnetic pole, drawing the necessary subatomic particles and circumstances towards itself to form the physical matter. Consider the universe as the ultimate holographic projection system. The input required for the projection is not physical effort, but pure energy signature. Lack of money is merely a missing instruction set in your energy field. Abundance is the active, clear instruction set. When you operate from the feeling state of having what you want, you are not pretending. You are energetically signing off on the finished blueprint. This emotional signature is the power source that fuels the manifestation from the template stage into physical reality. The reason many powerful intentions fail to manifest is that the energetic blueprint is constantly being contaminated by conflicting emotional debris, primarily doubt and fear. Doubt is not merely a thought, it is a disruptive energy pattern that actively erodes the template of your desired future. To ensure your desired future is delivered, you must act as the meticulous architect, constantly reinforcing the template with positive, high-frequency emotions, protecting it from internal energetic interference. When you practice deep visualization, you are not just seeing, you are energetically solidifying the template. Each sensory detail you add, the smell of the new office, the texture of the achieved relationship, the feeling of financial ease, is like adding structural steel to the blueprint, making the future outcome increasingly inevitable. This active, energetic creation ensures that the physical manifestation is not left to chance but is the result of a precise, energetic instruction set. This energetic foundation explains why the external world can sometimes feel so difficult to change. You are not fighting current, physical circumstances. You are trying to override the deeply entrenched energetic blueprints created by years of habitual, low-frequency thought patterns. True change, therefore, always starts with dismantling the old, restrictive energy template and replacing it with the new blueprint of your desired reality. Furthermore, the universe communicates through resonance. It does not read your verbal wishes. It reads your dominant energetic output. If you verbally state, "I want $1 million," but your underlying energetic blueprint screams, "I am not worthy of stable wealth," the universe responds only to the deeper, louder energetic scream of unworthiness. The blueprint of lack remains active, regardless of your conscious positive statements. To accelerate the delivery of your desired future, you must commit to energetic integrity. This means ensuring that your inner world perfectly mirrors the outer world you wish to experience. The future you want is already a complete, perfect energy structure. Your only task is to align your personal frequency with that structure so you can physically step into the reality it represents. By consistently maintaining a high vibrational state, you create a powerful energetic vacuum that naturally sucks the elements required for your desired future out of the quantum field and into your physical orbit. This is not magic. It is physics applied to consciousness. You become an energetic attractor beacon for the reality that already exists as energy. The present moment, the now, is the only real point of power in the entire multidimensional framework. While the past is merely a memory and the future is a construct of potential, the now is the vibrational pivot point where you actively select your timeline. If you are chronically stuck in rehashing past failures or anxiously projecting future lacks, you are missing the precise moment where instant shift is possible. Presence is the key that stabilizes your frequency, allowing you to clearly perceive and connect with higher potentials. When you are fully present, your internal energetic system achieves coherence. The noise of mental chatter, which represents low-frequency timelines, drops away. This state of deep awareness creates a clear channel, much like calibrating a precise telescope, allowing you to focus purely on the vibrational signature of your desired future without interference from residual fear or past programming. It is from this space of pure presence that intuition, the direct line to your future self, emerges. Mindfulness is not passive relaxation. It is active, energetic calibration. By anchoring yourself completely in the sensory experience of the now, you neutralize the emotional residue that ties you to old, undesirable realities. Without the energetic pull of past emotional wounds or future anxieties, your consciousness is free to align purely with the highest, most expansive timeline available, which is always present in the field of potential. Present moment awareness enhances coherence by forcing congruence between your inner state and outer focus. When you are truly centered, there is no energetic leakage. All your power is contained and directed towards the selection point. This is the mechanism by which you instantly access parallel futures. If you were granted instant access to the version of your life that contained your greatest fulfillment, what specifically would that look like for you? Share your highest desire in the comments below. The paradox of manifestation is that you must be completely detached from the need for the future outcome to arrive, while simultaneously being fully emotionally embodied in the feeling of its arrival. This detachment can only be achieved through presence. When you are truly in the now, you realize that your inherent worth is independent of future success, which eliminates the desperate energy of wanting and replaces it with the powerful energy of having. Living in the now allows you to instantly recognize and capitalize on synchronicity. Synchronistic events are not random. They are the physical markers of your timeline shift, the universe confirming that you have successfully tuned into a new reality. If you are rushing through life, lost in mental noise, these vital signs, the intuitive nudges, the unexpected connections, the perfect timing, are missed, causing the timeline shift to fail to stabilize. Presence allows you to witness your thoughts and emotions without becoming them. This critical distance is vital because it gives you the power to consciously choose the feeling state that matches your future self, rather than automatically reacting to old triggers. You stop being a victim of your conditioning and start being the deliberate conductor of your own consciousness. Furthermore, being present grounds the energetic blueprint of your future reality into physical form. High-frequency future energy needs a stable anchor point in the physical world to manifest. That stable anchor is your fully conscious, grounded, and present body. When you are scattered, the energy of your desired future cannot land. When you are centered, your body acts as a perfect receiver and transmitter. Therefore, the ultimate strategy for accelerating your desired future is to radically commit to the present moment. Each breath is an opportunity to let go of the timeline you do not want and to instantly merge with the one you do. The future is waiting, but it can only be accessed by the being who fully inhabits the power of the now. Emotional frequency is not a soft, spiritual concept. It is the measurable, kinetic force that determines your relationship to the quantum field. Your emotions generate a unique electromagnetic signature that acts as the universal language, the frequency key that connects you to specific timelines. To access the future version of yourself that is living in abundance, you must stop waiting for abundance to arrive and instead adopt the specific emotional signature of the abundant self right now. Think of your desired future self as a radio tower, broadcasting a powerful, specific frequency, perhaps 528 Hz, love and certainty, or 639 Hz, harmony and connection. If you are currently broadcasting at a frequency of 150 Hz, fear, worry, stress, there is an energetic chasm preventing resonance. The bridge to your future self is built entirely on the vibrational principle. You must become the frequency you wish to attract. The emotional frequency of your future self is characterized by the absolute certainty of having already achieved the goal. It is a state of deep peace, profound gratitude, and effortless ease. When you authentically simulate this emotional state in the present moment, when you feel the ease of financial freedom, the warmth of deep connection, or the satisfaction of mastery, you instantly match the vibration of that higher timeline, and the corresponding reality must converge with your present experience. This is why forced happiness is ineffective. The frequency must be genuine and deeply felt. If you are trying to be happy while internally feeling desperate, your energetic output is contradictory. True frequency alignment requires going deep within and accessing the pure emotional signature, even if only for a few minutes, and allowing that feeling to overwrite the existing emotional baseline of lack or struggle. This focused coherence acts as a powerful vibrational magnet. The moment you consistently align your emotional frequency with your future self, the universe begins to reorganize circumstances to match your internal state. You will notice people, resources, and opportunities appearing with uncanny perfection, signs that the energetic bridge is stable and the two timelines are merging. You are no longer struggling towards a goal, you are simply allowing the energy of the goal to flow through you and manifest externally. This understanding clarifies the crucial difference between wanting and being. Wanting is a low-frequency state characterized by lack, separation, and expectation. Being is a high-frequency state characterized by wholeness, completeness, and profound gratitude. The universe responds to the feeling of being the successful, abundant person because that emotional state is the definitive energetic blueprint of the achieved future. The constant practice of frequency anchoring involves consciously choosing an emotion that reflects your desired outcome regardless of current external data. If your goal is deep peace, you must find and cultivate the feeling of peace in this very moment. This is not denial of your current reality. It is a higher form of energetic realism, recognizing that your internal state determines your external environment, not the other way around. This emotional mastery is the fastest path to instantaneous access. Every time you consciously choose a high vibrational emotion, joy, appreciation, love, certainty, you are actively pulling that desired timeline closer. This energetic pull accelerates manifestation because it closes the vibrational gap, making the future outcome inevitable rather than merely probable. The future self is sending a clear, strong signal back through time, inviting you to step into that reality. Your task is simply to clean up your own receiver, your emotional body, and tune your frequency, your dominant feeling state, to match the invitation. When the signals align, the timeline shift is instant, and the physical proof must follow. The conventional paradigm teaches us that great things require great effort and immense patience, that we must wait our turn or pay our dues. This expectation of waiting is, in fact, the greatest decelerator of manifestation. Waiting, fundamentally, operates from a frequency of lack, reinforcing the belief that what you desire is separate from you, located somewhere in the distant future, and therefore unreachable in the present. When you stop waiting, you achieve a state of radical energetic readiness. This shift means you move from seeking external proof to anchoring in internal certainty. The moment you decide, deep within your core, that the desired reality is already achieved, that you are done waiting, you instantly remove the energetic resistance, the doubt and lack that was slowing the convergence of timelines. This concept demands detachment. Detachment is not apathy. It is the absolute knowing that the universe has received your command and is already executing the delivery process. When you detach from the how and the when, you signal profound trust. This trust eliminates the need to constantly check for proof, which typically causes disruptive energetic fluctuations that push the desired outcome away. Trust accelerates. The act of waiting creates a vacuum of separation. If you are waiting for abundance, you are actively sustaining the reality of current non-abundance. By dissolving the wait, you embrace the feeling of ownership and immediate possession. This radical acceptance of your present abundance, even if only felt internally, is the switch that forces the universe to bring the physical world into alignment with your internal reality instantly. If this resonates deeply, commit to this knowing by commenting the word "Ready Now" below. Energetic readiness means your internal environment is completely prepared to handle the magnitude of the desired manifestation. If you seek massive financial growth, but internally harbor old fears about responsibility or loss, the universe will delay the manifestation until those fears are neutralized. When you stop waiting and shift into a state of readiness, you are signaling to the universe, "I am emotionally, mentally, and spiritually prepared for this reality now." The fastest manifestations often occur when we are least focused on them, not because the universe is tricky, but because in that moment of distraction, we temporarily stop resisting. The moment of non-focus becomes a moment of non-resistance, allowing the energetic template to collapse into physical form. Learning to cultivate this state of relaxed, non-attached certainty while intentionally focused on the future identity is the master key to instant access. Expectation is a low-frequency counterpart to certainty. Expectation carries a subtle anxiety, the need for a specific outcome to validate your effort. Certainty requires no validation. It simply knows. When you replace expectation with the calm certainty that it is done, you remove the urgent, grasping energy that repels manifestations. The true acceleration occurs when you realize that the future is not a destination to be reached, but a frequency to be inhabited. The moment you step fully into the identity and emotional signature of your future self, the future rushes to meet you because there is no longer any energetic difference between your present state and your desired state. Therefore, the most potent action you can take to accelerate your desired future is the radical surrender of the timeline. Stop forcing, stop pushing, stop analyzing the lack. Just be the person you are becoming. This radical energetic readiness causes the future to unfold with an often startling rapidity that defies all conventional logic. Accessing your future timeline instantly requires disciplined application of specific energetic techniques designed to compress the perceived distance between your current self and your future self. The most powerful method is identity shifting, moving from the old waiting identity into the new achieved identity immediately. This involves a total emotional and mental relocation to the achieved state, focusing intensely on the sensory experience of the desired reality. The first practical step is frequency anchoring. Choose a specific object, a ring, a piece of clothing, or a crystal, and charge it with the emotional signature of your future self. Spend time deeply embodying the feeling of success, health, or peace, and then transfer that intense feeling into the object. Every time you touch this anchor throughout your day, it instantly shifts your consciousness and emotional state back to the frequency of your highest timeline, maintaining coherence and stabilizing the shift. Another powerful tool is visualization compression. Instead of visualizing the entire arduous journey, only visualize and emotionally inhabit the final scene of the achieved reality. Focus on the profound sensory details of the ultimate outcome, the celebratory dinner, the feeling of signing the final contract, the peaceful silence of your healed body. By focusing solely on the conclusion, you instruct your subconscious to bypass the perceived obstacles, accelerating the energetic convergence. If you are ready to implement these high-level techniques, please like this video now to anchor this intention. Incorporate future self-dialogue daily. Begin speaking, writing, and thinking from the perspective of the achieved identity. When making decisions, ask, what choice would the fulfilled version of me make right now? This forces your present consciousness to adopt the wisdom, confidence, and resourcefulness of your future self, instantly collapsing the old limiting narratives and integrating the higher timeline's perspective. Use emotional rehearsal. This practice involves dedicating 5 to 10 minutes multiple times a day to actively rehearsing the emotional state of your achieved future. If your goal is financial abundance, stop rehearsing anxiety about bills and start rehearsing the deep, restful certainty that all your needs are met and overflowing. This consistent emotional rehearsal creates the robust energetic bridge necessary for manifestation. Implement guided mindfulness. Techniques focused specifically on embodiment. Find meditations that guide you to feel the weight, the texture, and the internal physiological response of your future reality. This level of sensory immersion is critical because the body cannot differentiate between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. By embodying the future now, you trick your system into accepting it as the current reality. A key technique for instant access is eliminating the middle step. When you set an intention, do not focus on the complicated logistics or the massive effort required. Instead, focus entirely on the feeling of instantaneous, magical delivery. This practice trains your consciousness to accept accelerated, non-linear manifestations, bypassing the need for slow, strenuous effort. Finally, master the art of frequency cleansing. This is the practice of quickly identifying and neutralizing low-frequency thoughts, like fear, jealousy, or judgment, the moment they arise. Treat these thoughts as noise that disrupts your timeline connection. Immediate cleansing maintains the high coherence required for the future reality to flow seamlessly into your present. By consistently applying these advanced techniques, identity shifting, frequency anchoring, visualization compression, and emotional rehearsal, you transform yourself from a passive waiter into an active dimensional navigator. You are not waiting for the future. You are commanding it to converge instantly by adopting its energetic signature now. The great spiritual and quantum truth revealed today is that the future you desire is not a prize reserved for a distant, hypothetical moment. It is a parallel reality pulsating in the quantum field, requiring only your conscious focus and vibrational mastery to become your lived experience instantly. We have established that the mechanism for this instantaneous shift lies in recognizing the energetic blueprint that already exists and utilizing your emotional frequency as the bridge to collapse the timelines. The real work is not efforting or striving, it is the radical commitment to alignment. It is choosing presence over panic, certainty over expectation, and the emotional frequency of arrival over the frequency of lack. Your present moment is the fulcrum upon which the weight of all potential futures rests, and by anchoring yourself firmly in the feeling state of your achieved success, you become an irresistible magnetic force. The power to accelerate your life and instantly step onto your highest timeline resides entirely within your capacity to shift your identity now. Stop asking the universe to show you the signs and start embodying the energy that is the sign. This is the moment to stop waiting for your life to begin and to acknowledge that the fulfilled, abundant, and joyful version of you is already active and expecting you to catch up energetically. We invite you now to make a profound commitment to this new understanding. What is the one core belief about waiting that you are choosing to dissolve today? And what high-frequency emotion are you immediately replacing it with? Share your commitment in the comments. If this elite script has empowered you to view your potential through a multidimensional lens, ensure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Your future awaits, and it's already here.